Ciao Juventini, welcome back to the channel. I'm Alberto. It's October 14th. I've got all the latest news surrounding La Vecchia Signora, and there is a lot to tackle, okay, as rumors are swirling about the retiro, the players that are against it, the players that aren't, what's going on. Is there a breakage in the locker room, or is it strictly the players not understanding what's happening with Max? There's a lot going on. Possible future scenarios, too, with people getting involved in Juventus. We have it all right now, so let's get into it. Alright, Juventini, friendly reminder, like the video and of course subscribe to the channel. Alright, that's all Juve all the time. Now, without further ado, let's get to the news. According to reports surfacing, nobody is safe at Juventus currently, okay? And that includes Agnelli, as Elkin can potentially step in. As far as the future goes, there are even reports surfacing that there has been internal evaluations happening for weeks currently, and that one of the bright names for the future is Alessandro delpiero. Okay, my first question to all of you tuning into this is, would you even want delpiero getting involved? What if his fate ends up while Juve is in such shambles like that of Nedved's, who many have turned on, and turning on a legend? I don't know if I could personally take a situation like that happening with Alessandro delpiero, but in the same token, when you look at Inter with Zanetti involved, and you look at AC Milan with Maldini involved, and it could be great to get the younger, fresh minds going in this, okay? So it's going to be interesting, but I can't wait to hear your thoughts on that potential scenario. Now, as far as the whole team goes with the retreat and whatnot, obviously you're hearing reports, and we were getting reports for days now since the Maccabi defeat, that the players did not like the idea of the retreat, okay? Obviously, Max had a press conference today ahead of the Derby della Mola, which is taking place tomorrow, and he says the players were fine with the retreat, okay? And there's no issues there, no tensions there. Romeo Agresti saying, I've heard Max's words, and I'm telling you, there is a breakage in the locker room, okay? And that the majority of the team did not believe in the coach's actions of taking this retreat, okay? So there are he's doubling down on the fact that the players are not with Max, despite the reports and despite Max's words in the press conference, okay? And there are a group of players that apparently continues to grow that do not understand what Max wants and what he is looking for, okay? So there you have it. This is a very intense situation. As far as the training situation, apparently it was calm, almost too calm. So it's very interesting to make sense of everything that's going on. My fear is that this retreat is actually going to take a negative effect from that which Allegri and Agnelli wanted, and I think it's just going to further drive the divide between manager and players. I don't think Max has the locker room anymore. Period. Once you have that, you have nothing. But we wait and see. We wait and see for the Derby della Mola tomorrow, okay? Now you have players, ex-players weighing in. Tardelli speaking about Juventus and saying Juventus made the big mistake of firing Piero. When he brought 2 trophies, he qualified for Champions League. It would have been a time to reassure him and give him players he wanted. They fired him and moved away, and now it's blowing up in their face. That's Tardelli. In terms of Arrigo Sacchi weighing in saying buying great players means nothing if you have no system for them to excel in. And he said essentially you have to bet on a style and system. Otherwise, the players themselves, they can't do it all on their own, and it won't work. So there's Arrigo Sacchi. In terms of Vlahovic, the Serbian national team coach, weighing in on Vlahovic, saying he has absolutely zero concerns about Vlahovic, because the Vlahovic that he sees at Serbia for the national side always scores, and he has no concerns. The one of Juve is a different Vlahovic than they see at the Serbian side. He also said that he spoke with him during the international break, but he can't say what was said. Take with that what you will, but hey, everybody can read body language, and Vlahovic has been poor for Juventus for a while in terms of body language. All right, he is extremely frustrated, as are many of our players, and that's why I think it has to go a cut above the players. Okay, for me, I see an order that should be taken, and the next one is a coach. If there's still no change, no stimulus in these players, then at all costs, as soon as you can, then you clean house on the roster and then start to move forward. Okay, but as of right now, the first thing that should have changed, and should have changed after months, because he's had 17 months, and that's Max Allegri, in my personal opinion, Juventini. But I lay it out for you to play it out, so you fire away in the comment section. Let me know what you think, okay? Last, certainly not least, in terms of what's going on, there are some positives. Chiesa looks like Empoli will be the match where Chiesa comes back. That's the latest reports, but we should definitely be seeing him before the break, and that's fantastic, okay? The other good piece of news is congratulations to Fabio Moretti being named in the 20 candidates for the Golden Boy Award of 2022, okay? So fantastic news there. In terms of the Derby della Mola tomorrow, your predicted lineup, it looks like it's going to be a 3-5-2. Of course, Di Maria absent with his latest injury, and that's going to put two out of Vlahovic, Milik, and Keane up top. But the 3-5-2 projected lineup is going to be Szczesny in goal, Danilo, Bremer, Sandro with Quadrado and Kostic as wingbacks, Locatelli, McKennie, and Rabiot in the middle with Keane and Vlahovic up top. That's your projected lineup for the Derby della Mola. Juventini, you know the drill. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, but let me know what you think on everything you heard today and if you agree with my takes or not. All right, and don't forget, tomorrow morning we're live at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time for the Match Day Live. All right, fino alla fine, forza Juve. Ciao tutti.